Good morning, greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 30 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we are here for you. We welcome your calls at 844-236-6010. 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you have questions about formulations or ingredients or skin health products or something you may have heard or read about, or if you just have a success story you'd like to share, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. And if you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program, you can head over to my websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. And, of course, if you're interested in joining the Brightside Ben team, you can sign up to join the team right off the website and help me in my mission to educate the world about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. If you're the type of person that likes to help people, if you're the type of person that wants to make a difference in the world, this is a golden opportunity to change the world patient by patient, individual by individual, and make some money at the same time. And get your products at the wholesale price to boot. All for a one-time $25 fee. Call the phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470 if you have questions. And, of course, if you want to purchase our Truth Skin Health products, head over to truthtreatments.com. Make sure you take a look at our Retinol 5% gel. Retinol, by the way, is not just an anti-aging product or ingredient. Retinol is also very effective for acne. In fact, it is the most effective topical ingredient that you can use for acne-prone skin or blemished skin. Retinol and retinoic acid, or retinol 5% cream, 5% gel, I should say, is designed, it's formulated to be the equivalent in retinoic acid, in retinol power or retinoid power to retin A 0.05%. Plus, you get a big old dose of vitamin C with it. You don't get that in your retin A. So, and, of course, vitamin C has its own anti-acne benefits. Our retinol 5% gel is not just for acne, but also for the dark spots that appear after an acne blemish shows up, so-called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Retinol can be very beneficial for that. And, of course, you also get your anti-aging benefits with retinol. Retinol 5% gel, check it out at truthtreatments.com. Okay, the bright side's about simplicity, right? That's the hallmark pillar of the philosophy, what I call the bright side philosophy, simplicity. Albert Einstein said, if you can't explain a subject to a 6-year-old, you didn't understand it yourself. And this is as relevant for health and nutrition and disease as it is for physics or anything else. Last time we spoke, we said that all health issues are the manifestation of a hyped up, scared, freaked out body operating in survival mode. To be technical, the result of long-term activation of what's known as the sympathetic nervous system. Yes, I know, we've talked about this all the time. Repetition is reinforcement, however, and really that's what it's all about. You can't get around it. You got to talk about the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system if you're going to understand how to be healthy. And it really is that simple. All disease has behind it, all chronic degenerative disease has behind it, all of it, A-L-L, all of it has activation of the sympathetic nervous system, which is why healing begins with calming the body down. And you know what? It doesn't get any simpler than that. That is the quintessence of simplicity. Calm the body down, get better. When we learn to deactivate the jacked up sympathetic nervous system at will, we will be able to deactivate, likewise, chronic degenerative disease, the development of chronic degenerative disease. This sympathetic nervous system, this safety nervous system, survival nervous system is obviously critical for getting us out of a jam. It's unbelievably important for redirecting blood flow to the muscles and taking resources away from unnecessary, at least in an emergency setting, unnecessary organs like the digestive system, redirecting blood flow from the digestive system to the muscles. The sympathetic nervous system is obviously incredibly important, but the problem with the sympathetic nervous system as we experience it is it's chronically activated. We have created a culture that couldn't be more perfect, more perfectly designed to activate the sympathetic nervous system between our psychological stresses and our emotional stresses. And we have an economic system that thrives on our need to survive. It thrives on us being scared. It's designed for us to be in fear all the time. That way we'll buy more products. We have created a culture that induces fear, that induces this safety survival mechanism that turns it on. That doesn't even include the foods that we eat or the lack of nutrition. So it shouldn't come as any surprise that chronic degenerative diseases are on the rise, that they're increasing dramatically. The vast majority of our costs, our healthcare costs, and our health and our deaths and our mortality is related to chronic degenerative disease. And the rates keep going up and up and up. It should come as no surprise. This is simplicity. You're not going to hear this from a doctor. You're going to hear about all kinds of fancy schmancy biochemical mechanisms and genetics and blah, 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 blah. You're not going to hear the simple idea. Our bodies are freaked out. That's basically it. That's why calming the body down is so important. Understanding this basic idea. Calming the body down is the key to longevity. It's the key to everything that works to keep the body healthy or restore the body back to health. I'm putting myself out of a job by saying this because you don't need me. You don't need anybody. Okay, maybe to have some specific details on how to calm the body down, but once you understand that it's basically that chronic degenerative diseases, from cancer to heart disease to acne to eczema to you name it, autoimmune diseases, whatever. Once we understand that this is all a manifestation of an activated survival nervous system, sympathetic nervous system, and once we understand the link to calming the body down in good health, every single chronic degenerative disease can begin to disappear. From the journal Arthritis Research and Therapy, December 12, 2014. The sympathetic nervous system response in inflammation. Quote, over the past decade, evidence has accumulated clearly demonstrating a pivotal role for the sympathetic nervous system and its neurotransmitters, i.e. adrenaline and cortisol, in regulating inflammation. Inflammation. Anytime you hear the word inflammation in your disease, which is all chronic degenerative diseases, anytime they give you an anti-inflammatory like prednisone, they're telling you that your health challenge is an inflammatory health challenge. Tell them to read this article from Arthritis Research and Therapy. You know, there's all kinds of articles. This is a great one, though. The sympathetic nervous system response and inflammation. Tell your doctor to read this. Calming the body down is the key. This is the difference between cure and reversal. If we're sick, we don't need to be cured. We need to be reversed. Cure is magic. Reverse is logic. Doctors don't even use the word cure. It's so magical. But reversal, that's logical. Provide the body what it needs, remove the barriers, the conditions will reverse, seemingly spontaneously. It's not really spontaneously, but seemingly spontaneously on their own. This is what accounts for the seeming miracle of what we call the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients and the strategies we talk about on the bright side 5 days a week. The Mighty 90 when you use the Mighty 90 and you get better, it seems like a miracle. It's not a miracle. When you use some of these strategies we talk about on the bright side every day, it seems like a miracle when your health challenge is reversed. It's not a miracle. It's logical. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open for you. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information on the bright side right after this. We are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open for you. We'll get your calls here in our next segment. 844-236-6010 if you have questions about anything we're talking about here today, or if you have just general health questions. If you want to wean yourself or a loved one off their prescription drugs and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. If you're interested in a good nutritional supplement program, you want to check out the longevity products. There's always new products. I can't even keep up with all the products. The latest is the Ultimate Niacin, 500 milligrams, timed release niacin. Niacin, one of the all-time great nutritional supplements. You know, niacin is so important for the body. The brain will actually make its own niacin under deficiency conditions. We make our own niacin, one of the rare, I think it's the only vitamin that is actually made. Let me think about that for a second. Well, of course, vitamin D. Yeah, aside from vitamin D, the body makes its own niacin. That's kind of cool. That shows you how important that stuff is. The one knock on niacin is that it can cause some flushing when you take high doses of it. And that's why Doc came out with the Ultimate Niacin, which is a timed release niacin for blood pressure, lowers blood cholesterol, very important for blood sugar, important for mood, skin health issues, digestive health issues. Niacin is just a stupendously important vitamin. Social anxiety disorder, Asperger's syndrome, weaning yourself off of nicotine. All right, so we're talking about calming the body down. This whole idea, calming the body down, relaxing the body. No matter what your health challenge is, the first thing you want to do is relax the body. Activate the parasympathetic nervous system. There's lots of ways to do it. The best way, the quickest way is deep breathing. Slow, deep breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing. Get to know your diaphragm. It's a muscle that splits the body from top to bottom, right in the middle, right under your breastbone. That's where your diaphragm is. You want to be breathing so that you can feel it, feel the diaphragm, or at least sense the diaphragm going down and up. As you inhale, the diaphragm goes down to kind of fill up the lungs, and then as you exhale, the diaphragm comes up, pushing the air out of the lungs. The movement of the diaphragm is something that singers all recognize. If you're a professional singer, you're working with your diaphragm. If you're a professional speaker, you're working with your diaphragm. If you're doing cold calls, if you're a salesperson doing cold calls, or if you're on the phone a lot, you want to learn how to project your voice through the diaphragm. You sound a lot cooler. You sound a lot more professional. You sound a lot more like you know what you're talking about if you're talking from your diaphragm. If you're talking from your upper here, it doesn't sound so professional. It doesn't sound so authoritative. But if you use your diaphragm, you have a lot more power. The center of power, the center of the body is the key to power in the body, and that's where the diaphragm is. So deep, slow diaphragmatic breathing will relax the body. Always exhale more than you inhale. There's some very interesting reasons for that, but for one main reason, the exhale is where you relax. The exhale is actually where the relaxation occurs. Sighing relaxes. You can just sigh. You know what else you could do? Yawn. Sighing and yawning are two great ways to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, to deactivate the stress nervous system. From the journal Clinical Autonomic Research, August 1996, inhibition of muscle sympathetic nerve activity during yawning. Inhibition of sympathetic nerve activity during yawning. The slow expiration following a yawn, that's the sigh part, is associated with, the yawn is associated with a drop in sympathetic activation. Yawning will relax the body. You can just fake yawn. You know, if you fake yawn 5 or 6 times, eventually you're going to get a real yawn. Just go, oh, do 5 or 6 times, and you'll get into a real yawn. Yawning is a great way to deactivate the sympathetic nervous system. Touching your tongue to your soft palate, tickling your soft palate with your tongue is another great way. Softening your facial muscles. We hold all kinds of tension in our facial muscles. When we have tension in our musculoskeletal system, the combination of our bones and our muscles, when we have contraction and tension, the brain thinks there's an emergency, and it will send a message to the adrenal glands to crank out stress hormone. Just the muscular contraction will do it. Interestingly, stress hormone will cause more muscular contraction. So you get this vicious cycle where stress hormone causes muscular contraction, which causes more stress hormone, which causes more muscular contraction, and on you go. So relaxing the muscles. If you can figure out how to relax all your muscles, and we can do it at will, really, just make yourself like a rag doll. If you can make yourself like a rag doll, you're going to drop your you're going to suppress sympathetic activity and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, especially in the face. We hold all kinds of tension in our face, and especially in the jaw. Relaxing the jaw is a great way to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Relax your facial muscles and specifically your jaw and your tongue. Relax